You're listening to Family Today with Funmi Johnson.
This is another beautiful Friday morning, and today I'm still dedicating my conversation, my discuss to women. It's a beautiful time for you women, every single lady, every married lady, every lady dancing, driving, sleeping, whatever you do, wake up and listen to me. I want to share with you life lessons. Have you ever noticed how some of life's most important lessons don't come from school? They don't come from books or even advice from others. They can just drop on the radio like this. They can be on Facebook or Instagram. They come sometimes from experience, from the mistakes we make, the challenges we face, and the moments that completely change how we see the world. I remember when I gave birth to my first child, then it dawned on me, is this what my mom went through? And it changed my regard for her instantly. That was a life lesson. So some things just happen to us, or we hear some things, or we experience some things. So today, I want to share with you some powerful life lessons that can help guide you through the different seasons of life. Some of these lessons might feel familiar. Others might be reminders you didn't know you needed. Wherever you are in your journey, I hope at least one of these lessons speaks to you. At least one speaks to you. Let's go. Lesson number 1. That's a very common one. Learn to say no. One of the most powerful forms of self-care is learning how to say no. And I'm glad I'm starting with that. Not every request deserves your time or energy. If something doesn't align with your goals, your peace, or your priorities, it is okay to decline. For many people, saying no feels uncomfortable at first. We worry about disappointing others or being seen as selfish. But the more confident you become in setting boundaries, the more people will respect them. As women, what are the several things we need to say no to? I don't want to give you my own examples, but one of the things I say no to is the natural ashwebi. Your friend's father dies. Ankara is 10,000, and 10,000 is no big deal, or 5,000. I don't know how much they sell it because I don't buy them. It's not a problem. My problem is the tailor. The 10,000 naira Ankara, the tailor, depending on your grade of tailor, is going to take 15, 20, 25, 30, I don't know. So I said to myself, I would rather give you the 10,000 plus even the tailor money than to put myself under pressure looking for tailor, looking for style, and sometimes even the quality of the fabric. So it's like tissue paper. So you can't just say no. Then you will be odd. Everybody's going to wear the Ankara. You're going to wear something different, but it's just going to be for 3, 4, 5 hours. I don't even stay 4 hours, 5 hours at any function. Most times I'm there for an hour, max 2. I'm not going to kill myself because of 2 hours. So learn to say no, not just to Ashwebi, to some other things, some other requests, some other expectations of people on you, if it does not align with your goal. That's life lesson number 1. Number 2, embrace adventure. I remember when I turned 50, I said I wanted to do something that will not benefit anyone except myself. I wanted to climb Kilimanjaro. I started rehearsing. I got the shoes. They say you must have used the shoe for 2 months. I made sure I'd been wearing it, the canvas that I was going to use. I got everything I needed, but I didn't make it though. That's a story for another day. But it's important to embrace adventure. Life becomes exciting when you're willing to try new things. Say yes to experiences that push you outside your comfort zone. Whether it's traveling somewhere new, starting a hobby, or taking on a challenge you've never tried before. Growth rarely happens when everything feels safe and predictable. I want to say to women, if you don't know how to swim, is that something you want to add and learn? If you don't know how to ride a bicycle like myself, maybe it's something, that's one thing I feel bad that I don't know how to do. But don't let that be your story. Go and learn to do that now. I was speaking to someone who doesn't drive. I said, driving is a life skill. If you're one of those, yes, even though you have a driver, you can afford one. But it's just good for you to know how to. Not necessarily because the driver can park on Third Mainland and say, take your car. But just because it's a life skill and it will be good for you to learn to know it. So embrace adventure. Now, in the comment, say to me one thing you would like to do. Add it. It may not have any financial benefits. It just gives you fulfillment. It just gives you satisfaction. It depends on how much disposable income is available to you. Do you want to go on a cruise? That would be a very beautiful adventure. Do you want to travel by road through West Africa? You want to go through Benin Republic to Togo to Ghana? It will be beautiful. You can decide to make it a driving adventure. All you need to do, there are some documents, there are some papers you need. There's a laissez-passer. You need to have your yellow fever and meningitis vaccination and a few other things. You can find the details on the Nigerian immigration website and then know how to travel, how much money you need to take along. And if you do that, you would have crossed, I think, about 3 countries: Benin Republic, Togo, and Ghana. And if they ask you, have you traveled out of your country before? Your answer will be yes, because you have left Nigeria for Benin, for Togo, for Ghana. That's 3 countries. You see, a lot of times we want to just do something that would break the bank and we'll be in debt. Start. Yoruba say, "Etibi pelebe mo leje." Start from the little things and see how you can scale it up. So what's lesson number 1? Learn to say no. And number 2, embrace adventure. I'm talking to women today. This is applicable to men, but I'm dedicating this course to women. If you're a man, you can glean from what we're saying and you can take the notes as well. Number 3, don't let stereotypes define you. Don't let stereotypes define you. I live in the world of men. I do a lot of work in construction. Most times I'm at the site and I have, at any point in time, about 30 workmen, and most of them crazy. You know, you have the iron bender, you have the bricklayers, you have the carpenters, you have, different people doing things. The day we are casting, you would have about 60 human beings on site. There are the people loading the machines, there are the people mixing, there are the people carrying it up, there are the people that are arranging, and all of them, on top of their voices, shouting, screaming. But I'm the one supervising, and they're wondering, where is the foreman? And I show up. People are like, no, I mean the man in charge, and I'm the one in charge. And they say, oh, Obiribi Okore. I hate that too, because I don't have to be a man to be able to do that. There is no job that is gender specific. Anyone can do anything they have been trained or equipped to do. The world loves to place people in boxes and tell them what they should or shouldn't do. But your life belongs to you. You can write that down. You can tweet that. My life belongs to me. If your choices bring you fulfillment and they are not harming anyone, then other people's opinion shouldn't determine your path. Some of the most inspiring people in history succeeded because they choose their own direction. And I'm saying that to you today. You own your life. Your life belongs to you. So don't let stereotypes define you. Whatever they say you cannot do, if you believe you have the capacity to do it, then go ahead and fire on and start doing it. We're still talking about these life lessons. Lesson number 4, build resilience. Life will change you. That's inevitable. It's so important. I teach sometimes on finances, and I was sharing with someone about how making money is cyclical. And what do I mean by that? Gleaning from the spiritual principle in the life of Joseph and Pharaoh. When King Pharaoh had a dream, he said big animals swallowed the tiny ones, and he didn't understand the meaning of the dream. Joseph interpreted the dream and told him that there will be 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine. I want to tell you this, that is life. Yoruba say, "Igba o ton lo bi orere." Nothing goes on forever. Season of hardship has expiry date. So does season of abundance. How people that appear perpetually successful, what they have done is, in the season of abundance, they have gleaned from the proceeds of the abundance. They have invested, because when the season of famine and scarcity come upon them, the remnant that they have put in place will begin to wet them and water them. You begin to irrigate them, and so it appears as if they have. Another thing they do is they have looked at the cycle and they have seen. Someone was sharing with me and said, last year I only made X amount. The person that's an interior decorator, he said, I only got 1 gig, and from there I had to do all I did, and I have a salary overhead of 3 million every month. That's 36 million a year. I have to pay my office rent. I have to pay my utilities. The gig I got was not even up to 30 million. He said, but I still did all that, because when I had a gig that was over, maybe $1 billion, I had saved some money. I've put in my overheads. I've put some things in place. The interest I earn on my investment is actually just enough to pay my staff salary every month. That's why also salaries are always not so big, because yes, they make money 2 years ago. What if they don't make for the next 2 years? They still have to pay the salaries. So what am I saying? Build resilience. Hard times will come, good times will come. It is important for you to know that God is in all seasons. Life will challenge you, that's inevitable, but challenges can also be powerful teachers. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Try asking, what can I learn from this? Setbacks and the end, they are often the beginning of growth. And tough times don't last. That's a saying, a common one. Tough people do. So build tenacity, build resilience. Find out what you can learn from the adverse season and use it to pivot yourself for the next level. Most business ideas, they actually come from scarcity, because when you're looking for a way out, ideas and opportunities will now begin to open up to you. You can follow the Funmi Johnson on all social media platforms. I'm going to post this lesson on my YouTube channel, so you can just go there, the Funmi Johnson, and learn it. I'm teaching up to almost 30 lessons, so this is just number 4. We continue this conversation after the short break.
Paul says it is better for a single man to marry than to burn. Are you single, married, widowed, separated, or divorced? Join me on Family Today.
Family Today with Funmi Johnson is one program that will bring you in alignment with who you truly are and open your mind to how you rock your significant interpersonal relationships while sidestepping the landmines, culture, religion, and society have laid in your path. Family Today with Funmi Johnson goes where others are shy to go and shines the light in the dark corners others have forgotten. Tune in at 11:30 a.m. every Friday to listen to Family Today with Funmi Johnson on Inspiration 92.3 FM.
You are welcome. This is Family Today with Funmi Johnson, and we're talking about life lessons. I'm dedicating this to all women. Men can glean and learn from this. They are life lessons. So sometimes when people say this is for men, it's for women, me, I always poke my nose because I know I will learn something. So lesson number 5. If you missed first 4, just go to the Funmi Johnson on YouTube. You can get all what I've taught there and other very, very powerful messages. Invest in yourself. Lesson number 5. Invest in yourself. Train yourself. You know, I have a very good mentor, much younger than I am, who has been telling me about the jobs of the future and the jobs that will go irrelevant. He had been talking about artificial intelligence, and I said to myself, I have to learn this thing. Then my son-in-law downloaded ChatGPT on my phone, and I started trying it. I don't like typing, I don't like writing, but I'm a great talker. So, and I also found out I could speak to it and then it will convert it, and voila, I became an expert writer through AI. So invest in yourself. So once I saw it was working, I quickly went for the paid version so that I would not be limited in any way. So even as I'm speaking to you, I'm training myself. I'm migrating from just being a digital migrant to a digital native. You can do so to yourself. You are your greatest asset. Taking care of yourself physically, emotionally, mentally is not selfish. It is necessary. Exercise well. For those of us my age, who are these people? People that are already you're over 55, you're 60 and above. You are the people I'm talking to. Take care of yourself. A lot of women who are already in menopause or perimenopause, your hormonal changes affecting you. You don't even know why the mood swing comes. What about investing in reading a little bit to understand the changing nature of your metabolism, of your body, the hormones you're missing, what you can do to have a better life in this old age? Very, very important. Exercise. The small 7 minutes exercise you can do in the mornings in your room so that you can live a better life. Eating healthy. Very, very important. You can afford to eat the things you're eating. You have to increase your vegetables, your fiber intake. You have to increase your protein intake. You have to eat healthy carbohydrates. You don't need to have diabetes or high blood pressure to eat well. It's at this stage you need to eat well. And let me talk to my younger ones so that you don't have problem in the future. What about start eating well now? Balance your meals. You don't need a lot of money. Moi moi and ogi is a very good, balanced, healthy meal. Boiled eggs. You see, people think that until you go and eat in the 5-star restaurant 7-course meal before you eat healthy. It's good for variety. It's good for your mental health. But to eat a balanced meal every day, there are things you can eat in your house. I don't want to run down anybody's brand, but there's some food you need to run away from. Not that you shouldn't eat them at all, but all those processed food, eat less. I know they're easy, they're convenient, but eat them less. Eat as close to nature as possible. Learn new skills. I told you how I'm learning AI. I'm not a guru yet, but I'm learning it, and I will learn it more. Prioritize your well-being. Very, very important. What is the kind of music you like to listen to? Just listen to it. Play it on repeat. Have a me time. Go away somewhere. 10-15 minutes. Do nothing. Just listen to something that edifies you. When you take care of yourself, everything else in your life will improve. Let me say that again. The moment you take care of yourself, everything else in your life improves. So what's the key? Take care of yourself. Prioritize it. Prioritize it. And you see, when I was younger, I thought taking care of myself meant going to an ice cream parlor, eating all those foods that are not healthy. Now that I'm older, I've learned a decent bowl of salad. And you can make your own salad. I don't like cabbage, for instance. So when we're eating salad, my husband and I, he has a lot of cabbage. I reduce the cabbage. He does a lot of the peppers, the green, the yellow, the red. I don't like the peppers and the onions. He would put a lot of avocado pear in his. I would go for my lettuce. I like a lot of lettuce and carrot. I put raisins, currant, dried currant so as to give it some taste. Look for things. Sometimes when I don't really feel like taking the salads, I add some things that I like. I like pineapple. I put some slice of pineapple into it just to make it interesting. I want to eat as close to nature as possible, and you can do so too. Whether you're old or whether you're young, I'm talking about life lessons, things that you need to put in that will change your life. Number 6, learn that change is inevitable. Accept change. I got married in 1992. If you're newly married, one of the areas you're going to struggle is accepting the things that you cannot change. But here, my number 6 point is accept change. Let me explain. Change is one of the few guarantees in life. Sometimes it's exciting, sometimes it's uncomfortable. But change often opens the door to opportunities we never expected. What feels scary today could become the start of your next chapter. So what am I saying? Accept change. Pray to God to give you the grace to accept the things you don't have control over. It may even be in-law relationship. If you have someone that is cantankerous, you can't change that. You're already married. Your husband or your wife, they're great people, but the people around them are not. So accept if you are married, and also accept the change that comes with it. The people that you cannot change, some you can avoid, some you have to see face to face, maybe in family functions. Learn how you're going to adapt and live with it. But the things that are changing in your life, accept it. As in my situation, I have to accept that I'm an empty nester. For the past, I don't know how many years, 5-6 years, it's been my husband and I alone. It's a change that's inevitable, and we have to learn to make the best use of it. House helps will come and go. Accept that change. When they're around, cross your legs and let them do the work. When they are not, stand up and use the work as exercise. Accept change. Live with it. Enjoy it. If you have to do something you hate to do, but it's necessary to be done, find a way to make it interesting for yourself. Learning to accept change is a form of emotional regulation that matures you. Number 7, we're talking about life lessons. Practice compassion. Very, very important. And make it a point of duty to do good unto all men, because that's what the Bible says. Say, do good unto all men, especially to those of the household of faith. But I consider all men. So every time and everywhere I go, I look for something I can add to humanity. I came across a woman who had a housekeeper. So I had to spend a few hours with them. So I asked her, what does your housekeeper do? She told me, apart from working for you. And then how many children does she have? She doesn't know. What is the age of their children? She does. I said, how can you be a blessing to her if you don't know all these details? Practice compassion intentionally. That thing that means nothing to you is a lifesaver to those low-level people working with you. And when you're kind and good to them, they know. So kindness matters more than we sometimes realize. You never truly know what someone else is going through if you do not ask. So make it a point of duty. Now, do these people cross boundaries? Yes, they do. If you ask them one, they will give you two. Yes, they do. But you will not allow someone else's foolishness to stop you from being kind. A simple act of compassion, a smile, a kind word, a moment of patience can make a huge difference in someone's day. For Christmas, we get a lot of hampers, and most of the things in the hampers are things I don't eat. And then when you go out to parties, half of the souvenirs are things I don't use. You know those temperature flasks, those mugs, those cups? Whenever someone comes visit, I just give them. Wow, they're excited to have them. I don't need them. It's a blessing to them. That's kindness. Don't forget to show that same kindness and compassion you're giving to other people to yourself. Remember, the Bible says, love your neighbor. How? As yourself. So, love your neighbor just the same way. The same measure that you're going to put on yourself is the same measure you should put on them. Remember, we're teaching life lessons. This is Family Today with Funmi Johnson. Follow the Funmi Johnson on all social media platforms. Number 9, seek mentors and be one of them. I'll say that again. Seek mentors and be one. I would explain. You don't know what you have gone through. That is a good lesson for someone else. So, in as much as we want people who will mentor us, who will handhold us, who will pull us up, you also make up your mind to be a mentor to someone, to hold someone's hand, to lift someone up. You will see that life will be a better place. Having mentors in your life can provide valuable guidance and perspective. Learn from people who have walked the path before you. And when you are able, offer that same support to someone else. Sharing knowledge and experience can make a lasting impact. I like to be a mentor to people. One of the ways I do so is by asking you, and I'm going to do that right away. I just wrote a book, Rethink Success. That book is on my website, thefunmijohnson.com. Go there and you can have a free download of the book. If a lot of people want me to mentor them, that can be quite daunting. I may not be able to reach you. But if you read my book, you have gathered my almost 6 decades life experience. Go and get it for free. Now, it may not be on for free for too long, but it's for free now, because that's my own way of being a mentor to other people. So lesson number 9 is seek mentors and be one. And then lesson number 10, embrace imperfection. You will never be perfect in all things. God says we should be perfect. So we're still walking towards perfection. So you cannot dress perfectly well. Your makeup will not be totally flawless. Chasing it often leads to unnecessary stress and self-criticism. Instead, embrace areas of your imperfections. They are part of what makes you unique. Like I said, I'm a great speaker, but not an excellent writer. And in spite of that, I've written 5 books and I'm writing some more. So your imperfection doesn't stop you. You may not be good at some things. That doesn't make you a failure. Just embrace the things you're good at, celebrate them, and the ones you're not good at, staff them. Get other people that can do them better than you. Celebrate them when they do. And the things you do well, rejoice at them. You know, it doesn't make you less. Look at friends who do things that you don't do well and support them. Someone was sharing something about people over 30. From the age of 30, life treats you different. My daughter said to me, adulthood is a scam. There's some life lessons you will learn when you're 30. You will see that life is not as kind as it looks, because parental involvement would have reduced. Now you're facing things as they are. And then you would face the marketplace experience reality that nobody is your friend in the office space. I know there are so many other more. I told you I'll be sharing more than 25, 26 life lessons. We've just done 10. That means you have to stay tuned to this station at the same time next week for the continuity of life lessons. See you again next week.
Family Today with Funmi Johnson is powered by the Capstone Church Without Walls.